Public outrage is growing in France over the notorious Calais migrant camp as the number of people there swells to 10,000. Traffic was disrupted on a major motorway in northern France on Monday as hundreds of truck drivers and tractors blocked the road, demanding the closure of the camp. Calls to dismantle the so-called Calais Jungle have intensified after attacks on lorry drivers by migrants became regular. RT's Polly Boyko reports.
This wasn't what they signed up for, but for truckers driving through Calais, it's become part of the job. In recent weeks, attacks against lorries driving towards ferries bound for the UK have become increasingly brazen and violent. The masked migrant seen here has just blocked the motorway and is waving a stick at a driver, threatening to strike if he moves. The aim of the game is to slow traffic in order to allow fellow migrants to jump aboard vehicles and attempt to enter Britain as stowaways. Go! Nightly, roadblocks like these are created and set alight. Last month, this truck caught fire after driving over blazing haystacks in a bid to avoid being attacked. In another incident, a Belgian driver was threatened with a chainsaw. Hauliers working in Calais say they can't take it anymore.
At night when I arrive, I'm scared, all the time. They break things, break the trucks. Drivers don't want to go to the UK because of the problems here at the port.
They attack us and break our goods. I'm scared for my life because I have a family as well. It's almost 10,000 there. It's a separate town. There will be more of them than residents in Calais soon.
Well, desperate times call for desperate measures, and locals and businesses working in and around Calais are so fed up with the fact that the jungle camp is still blighting their town that they've resorted to doing the very same thing that they say that they suffer from on a daily basis. They've blockaded the main motorway here that runs past the port and past the Eurotunnel, and they are demanding that the French government provide them with a date for when the jungle camp and they hope their problems will finally disappear.
Nowadays we have drivers quitting, they're changing their jobs. Increasingly they're getting ill, they're depressed because they're victims of aggression on the road. The most frustrating thing is having no response from the authorities. They don't imprison them, they just release them. And the next night it starts again, and every day it's the same.
Last week, France's Interior Minister, Bernard Cazeneuve, pledged to tear down the migrant camp. The government raised one half of the jungle earlier this year. It contracted to half its physical size, but over the following months, doubled in population to almost 10,000. Its residents are growing increasingly desperate.
They're becoming increasingly aggressive. They're even attacking the police and tourists. We're scared that a driver might die as a result of such an attack.
And while French politicians argue over how to fix the crisis, the motorists having to drive past it are locking their doors and dodging the obstacles as best they can. Polly Boyko, RT, Calais.